Well, let's hope this goes a little bit better. We're gonna see if anyone comes in. This might be a really sad stream if we go a few minutes and it's just like, there's just no way. Oh, okay. Yep, okay. So, can you guys hear me? I can see you again. Yeah. No, so it wasn't the clankers, it was the storm. Unfortunately, we are very much in the middle of hurricane season. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so it's counting again. So there is a clock going. In theory, something is going out. Okay. So, here's the fun thing. Not only is there a storm, I'm in an area of the country where Comcast is the only option for internet, and Comcast sucks. So even if it was great conditions out, the Wi-Fi might still have gone down. But everyone's saying we're back. Okay, so I'm gonna say that we're just gonna play it by ear and see how it goes. Here's the really weird thing. I was talking for like 10 minutes. Because I saw like everyone got stuck on the mini bots conversation. By the way, the mini bot I said was Powerglide. I think that Powerglide should get the glow up. But yeah, so that was weird. Now, Peppy, I missed all of you guys too. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But we are back. We're gonna try to get a couple more things opened up. Tell you what, we've opened a lot of DC, guys. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anyone's noticed, the Scrapper's been here the whole time. The Scrapper's been overseeing all these proceedings. Here's what I want to do. Oh, Scourgatron, the Clankers will never get me. I'm never going down. So, what was I gonna say? I really want to open. Oh, hey, not so Alex, how's it going? I'm going to open up one of these wrestling guys. Because the thing we were talking about is, I really think that this is a way I want to go in my collecting is I really love the Motu figures. And I love this style, the Origins figures. And, I have a lot of issues with modern WWE. I don't support anything they're doing outside of wrestling. And unfortunately, they're doing a lot outside of wrestling right now. But I've had these figures for a long time. And I figure, you know, these are all dudes I like, all characters I like. And Bret Hart, this is my favorite wrestler of all time. There's nothing wrong with owning this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and open him up. He's gonna go hang out with He-Man. Now I'm worried. Are we still on? Okay. So, Matt Prime, what happened was, just a storm took out the stream. Bird Labs, so WWE does a lot aside from wrestling. They do, movies. They do a lot of advertising. They do a lot of PR for Saudi Arabia. And also, they are a part of the government. So, yeah, when I say WWE, I don't mean necessarily the company. What I mean is, the McMahons. But hey, someone who knocked Vince McMahon out, a man who I genuinely love. I love Bret Hart. He is my favorite wrestler. Let me just say this, right? So, Superman, right? Favorite superhero? Bret Hart. As a kid, these two were like neck and neck. These were like my heroes. And Bret Hart, he's done some stuff, don't get me wrong. He's still my favorite wrestler of all time. He's a guy who I have a lot of respect for. The storm came. Is it still bad? Is the stream gone? Can you guys hear me? I'm not seeing any chat. Okay, alright. I'm really paranoid about this now. Because I'm really worried that, like... Okay, we're still here. We are good. But in any case, I really love Bret Hart. And I just realized... they did Cactus Jack and Jim. I'd really like Cactus Jack and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I'm good with just having Bret right now, though. And I have all these dudes in the corner. But Bret Hart, he is the leader of the Hart Foundation. He is still my favorite wrestler of all time. I remember growing up, and, you know, I've never gone into it much, but I was not very well off as a kid. So, I had very limited options when it came to, like, what was a big wrestling fan. Am I frozen? It's back? You can see my hand? Is it back? Okay. Okay, we are back. Anyway, what I was saying was, my mom was a big wrestling fan. Her favorite wrestler was Dusty Rhodes. And, she pirated basically all the wrestling stuff. She just recorded everything on VHS tapes. So growing up, I watched a lot of the old wrestling stuff. So it's like, my favorite wrestlers were like Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart, Macho Man Randy Savage, because it's what we had. We had VHS tapes of those guys. How are you in here? Okay, you're twist tied in. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. We might just have to end the stream after we unbox Bret, just because it really seems like, the storm is just gonna be a problem if we keep trying. Scourgatron, is your favorite wrestler of all time, Bret Hart? Hercules and Air Bud, those are... Okay, Gigan is saying, oh no. No! Did you lose me again? No. Oi. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really excited. I thought, oh, tonight's gonna be a great night for a stream. We're gonna be able to do it. If it's gonna keep being a problem, I think... Yeah. We're just gonna do our best to make it work. I kind of hate that they gave him these glasses, because when I think Bret, especially this attire for Bret, like this more 97 apparel, I still think of him as having the pink glasses. Here, let's just give you your glasses, Bret. Samoa Joe, now that's one hell of a wrestler. I love Samoa Joe. Any wrestler where the crowd will just chant, Joe is going to kill you, whenever you go up against this guy. That's amazing to me. Oh man, I can't get his glasses in. Come on, Bret. Where are your glasses, bud? You're cool with your glasses. Wow, why can't I get that in past his hair? I can even see where it's supposed to go. Okay, there we go. Maybe just a little bit of mold flash, but there we go. We got Bret. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Also, the jacket. This is so nice feeling. Like, this pleather. Oh, good. You got Hitman on the back. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yes! Little Hart Foundation, too. Oh, no. They got Jim in the same attire, and I'd love to get Jim Anvil, Neidhart, but it makes me kind of sad they will never do Owen. They probably won't do Brian Pillman. Like, they're never going to do the rest of the Hart Foundation. I can kind of see it. Ozzy Osbourne, a little bit like with the hair and everything. Bret doesn't look like Ozzy Osbourne, but this toy kind of looks like it could be Ozzy Osbourne. I can see it. And then Harold has a couple of Power Rangers episodes on VHS. Also, Stroink, the Laura Shard, they were in the chat earlier. Shardic Art, they did that artwork and it was incredible. I literally told them on Monday, it's like, hey, it's a last minute thing. I understand if you can't do it, but I want to do a Transformers He-Man crossover video. And I had this idea, can you do She-Ra and Hot Rod put together? And Shardic said, oh, I don't know anything about He-Man. Who is She-Ra? So I sent one picture of She-Ra. And then, like, about 2 hours later, Shardic sends me this amazing first draft. And then you've seen the picture. I love that thumbnail. Oh, see you, Scourgatron. It was cool to talk to you. It was a great thumbnail that Shardic made. And it was last minute. Like, I felt so bad because I was like, hey, I'll pay extra. I'm so sorry to have put you, like, in this position. Just, if you have the chance, can you make this thumbnail for me? And they did, and they knocked it out of the park. It was an amazing thumbnail. And I'm looking at the video. The video didn't do anywhere near as well as I hoped it would. I'm okay with that. You know, not every video is going to be a big view getter. I'm still pretty happy with it being a Wednesday video, a Ron Bon John Rambles, and those are supposed to be the kind of more low energy, less produced videos. But I'm still just mesmerized by that thumbnail art that Shardic did for me. And also, Strunk, I'm very much like you. I like He-Man. Really, I like the villains in He-Man more. But truth be told, I'm much bigger a fan of She-Ra. Both the original and also the Netflix She-Ra. And that's the reason as to why I wanted Rodimus and She-Ra together. It's like, for some reason, those two characters make perfect sense to me. And there is a lot of, like, weird parallels between them. So, Matt Prime, what is the Spin Master Retro Kenner Superman? It's not just this? It's not like the McFarlane guys? Or is Spin Master also doing something like this? Also, it's so weird to see Bret Hart towering over Superman. 3¾ inch. Oh, no, I've not seen anything about that. Yeah, no, Quacky Wacky. Exactly. And you know, I am so lucky to be surrounded by so many amazing artists that can make thumbnails for me. Because not just Shardic Art, but Rena Varka has made some amazing thumbnails for me. They did the Many Toys of Scrappers thumbnail. Stroink did the Cosmos thumbnail that I used for the Q&A, which was incredible. Powerglide 1985 did that great Powerglide thumbnail. Oscar NJ Boy, they've done Bludgeoned and Ratchet for me. Those were gifts. I didn't even commission those. Same thing with Stroink and Powerglide. Those were just gifts. Presents, surprises for me. And in terms of things I've commissioned, like I said, Reno Varka gave me the Scrapper thumbnail and my top 10 Autobots thumbnail. I had Zamizam. They did... What did Zamizam make for me? They made my PFP. They made my profile pic. I'm just being an idiot. I couldn't remember that for a sec. But they also did the Many Toys of Cosmos, where Cosmos is wearing the Grim Reaper robes. And there's another video. I'm not going to talk about it quite yet, because I want it to be a big surprise. It's going to be several months before I make it. But I have them making a video that's going to be a lot of different art styles all put into the same thumbnail. And there's a thumbnail that I have made right now, and it is amazing, and I love it. And it's the Pantheon video. It's the video that is going to be about if I took Transformers characters and made like a classic Grink Pantheon out of them. And the same person who did my Beast Wars Inferno, same person who did the Many Toys of Proud 2, same person who did the video we were just talking about, the She-Ra, that was all Shardic Art. And they did this photo, and it's Tarn wearing robes and looking like a Greek god, and I loved it. And also, thank you, Crazy Minnesotan, who's also my producer. That's Incinerator. Thank you very much for the $2. I'll be able to go and get myself a good cup of joe after that. But thank you, thank you. I want to catch up because I was so busy gushing about everything. I saw people coming in. But let's see here. Mad Prime. So Spin Master is doing a Kenner Star Wars style Superman. I've not seen anything about that, but that's cool. Stroink, I totally get what you mean about She-Ra. That's a big reason as to why, like, More Than Meets the Eye is so important to me. Specifically, Chrome Dome and Rewind. Hey, shattered ass, Ratchet. Gigan. Do you know? I do know Lord Deathman. He was Batman's arch enemy in the Bat manga, and here's what makes me mad, right? They did Batman from the Bat manga in the Superpowers line, but they did Lord Deathman in the Batman 66 line. So you can't put manga Batman and Lord Deathman together. It makes me really upset. Strunk says, I need to do a Many Toys of Thundel. Wish I could have done Bulkhead, but I'll get one day. Well, Stroink, in all honesty, like, Bulkhead is coming out tomorrow, so Bulkhead would probably be too close, but if you ever want, like, you have my my email address, I'll pay you for it. Like, I'll pay whatever you do commission, because you made a great Cosmos thumbnail for me. But if there's a character you want to do, like, just let me know, and I'll try to remember. Because I remember, I feel so bad that I didn't remember that you had asked to do Cosmos. But I remember that Power Glide had asked to do Power Glides. And same thing with Oscar. Oscar asked to do Ratchet. Carlos is talking about the Blur cover. It's like, and then Peppy talking about Minimus Ambus. Yeah, if you guys ever want to do artwork, just send me an email, and we'll talk about it. Make Blur the cover, it's just the cube. Oi. I'm kind of sad they've never done a toy of the Blur cube. That would have been nice. Wins the Many Toys of Quake Lebowski. I literally just did the Many Toys of Octopunch. I just recorded the audio of that today. That's going to be a mini-sode sometime this month. I just don't know when. And then Gigan talking about the Inferno. I still think that the Many Toys of Prowl 2 and the Many Toys of Beast Wars Inferno, I think those are the best thumbnails on my channel. And Stroink talking about the Greek Pantheon. Yep. A lot of people talking about cheese. And the no one in particular, Smokescreen comment. Yep. Carlos doesn't want to make the cube. But, no. Why is Scrapper... I don't know why Scrapper's lying... You know why? Scrapper was lying down because that was his union-mandated break. He went on strike in 94 for that ability to lie down for a few minutes. Oh, sick. Gigan's got a Skybite. Skybite's always so cool to me. There's so many directions to take a Skybite picture. And don't get me wrong, I love Goofy Skybite. I'm also so into all the people who make Skybite look intimidating, because when you really think about it, Skybite has a really messed up design. And I love him for being a goof, but like, I love that Skybite's a goof who, out of context, looks really messed up. Strunk talking about wanting to do Waspinator. Oh, no one in particular. You're not being a pest. No. You're good, dude. So, Shattered Ass Ratchet, Swoop is probably going to be in December. I have this idea called Dino-cember, where I want to do every episode of the Many Toys Of is going to be a dinosaur in December. Because, I'm dumb like that, and I think that's funny. But, yeah. But, that's my plan right now. Is November is going to be a bunch of characters that get requested a lot. So, like Thanksgiving, I'm going to give thanks by doing a lot of really popular requests. I know in November I'm already going to plan to do Omega Supreme and Superion, because they get requests all the time. So, Stroink, Beast Wars Megatron is going to be the Christmas episode. Because I did Primal for Christmas 2024, I'm going to do Beast Wars Megatron as the Christmas episode in 2025. Because it was going to be Grimlock, but then Grimlock won the poll. And I was kind of on the fence, well, is Grimlock going to be the big video, or is Beast Wars Megatron going to be the big video? It's definitely going to be Beast Wars Megs now. So, Harold, Bonsaitron is coming. I just don't know when. But also, Bonsaitron won't take long, so I'm going to try to make him a mini-sode by the end of the year. But that's my plan right now. And Shrunk, I get it. The Predacons are amazing. You want to know the only toy shelf that I'm not selling any of? I'm not selling any of my Armada guys. I'm not selling any of my Beast Wars guys. Every other shelf, there's a few that I only took a few from, but most of them I took everything from. No one in particular? I think Turbo Lance is a pretty good name. I will say Turbo Lance sounds a little bit heroic, but like it could just be a really noble Decepticon. But yeah, Stroink, if we both remember, I will absolutely reach out to you to do the Beast Wars Megatron thumbnail. And, like, leave a comment or something every so often just so we can both remember. So, Gigan, I thought it'd be cool to do a Beast Wars character every Christmas. The only thing is, not a lot of them have a lot of toys. So it works this time, but, like, after Primal and Megs, the only other Beast Wars character that has a ton of toys is probably Black Arachnia. And I want to do her as a Valentine's episode, because I did Silverbolt as a Valentine's episode. Maybe Cheetor? Cheetor has a good bit of toys. But most Beast Wars characters, like, even Waspinator, he doesn't have that much. Oh, hey, Duel! How's it going? Oh, well, thank you so much for the 250 Duel. You know, I was joking earlier, I'll be able to get a cup of Joe. With $4, I can go to McDonald's on that money. I'll be living it up. But thank you, guys. Valentin, I want Slipstream to have just, like, a normal Seeker body with a new head. That's all I need for Slipstream. And I'm hoping that maybe someday we'll get it. That would actually be kind of cool to use, like, Quake footage for the mini toys of Quake, no one in particular. I'm always paranoid about using music. But, yeah. Gigan, I don't know if you saw this. Someone's doing a Masterpiece Rampage in third party. And it's a good company. They've done good figures. And their Rampage looks amazing. And then Stroink, I'm not gonna lie, I thought about selling my animated guys. I can't bring myself. I pulled a couple of animated figures out, like I'm selling Ironhide, but like my core 5 Autobots, plus a few like Jazz and Black Arachnia, nah, I can't sell them. But yeah. You're kind of forgetting the big Cheetor-shaped elephant. Yeah, Mun, you're completely right. I think Cheetor is very similar in that they have a lot. Incinerator, did you just give me more money? Thank you, but why are you giving me more money? Why are you giving me any money? But yeah, I'm just going through the comments. Thank you very much, Incinerator. My word. Dual Apocalypse, if I ever got an idea for a crossover between any license or character with Transformers, what would it be? I've always said this, I want a Transformer for Jaws. I want it to be the Minnow, and the robot mode to look like Captain Flint, and for his arch enemy to be Skybite. That's always what I wanted. JP, who's the Dino Transformers? So, right now, what I down for Dino-cember, because there's going to be 4 Fridays in December this year, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be Snarl, Swoop, and then Beast Wars, Megatron, Skybite, and Trypticon. With Skybite or Trypticon being a mini-sode, just depending on who I think would do better on Friday. And Skybite's kind of the weird one there, just because, you know, he's a shark, but also, sharks have been around since the dinosaurs, so I'm going to say that counts. I would love Rampage and Depth Charge to get new generations toys. And Quacky Wacky. I'm really excited. Another video, that script I'm working on right now, it's the Season 3 Decepticons if they visited McDonald's. And the thing that sold me on it was the idea that Cyclonus will not be able to order anything because he has to keep going up to get more Happy Meal toys for Galvatron because Galvatron wants them all. But yeah. Oh, Clockwise Corn? I hate that Beast Wars characters don't get more love, because they deserve it. Their show is still really good. Every so often I see people who are like, oh, the Beast Wars show. I wouldn't watch that anymore. The animation's terrible. And it's like, okay, Season 1, the animation's pretty rough. But in all honesty, Season 2 and Season 3, the animation's pretty nice. Like, especially for the day. But, looks like Duel is preparing for the weekend. Thank you again, Crazy Minnesotan. But my word. Thank you guys very much. Optimus Stout as a Jaeger would be pretty cool. Why are there Duel Apocalypse? No! Why are you guys dueling money here? Oh, I came into this chat with $0. Now I'm leaving with 11. Thank you guys. In all honesty, thank you so much, but don't spend money on me. Don't spend a lot of money on me. But yeah. Shared asks, can I do other franchises like Godzilla or Marvel characters? I've thought about it. Truth be told, there's not many franchises I care about that much and would want to do the research for. I remember at one point, I think Justifer said, could you do the main toys of Skeletor? And that was the only time I actually started doing research, and I was interested. The only reason I didn't go through with it was because it was about the same time that Pixel Dan had put out a video that was also going through like all the major Skeletors, and I was like, well, I can't do that now, because now I'm ripping off Pixel Dan. And then people have asked, like, could I do like Darth Vader, or Godzilla, or a wrestler? And the thing is, I would be worried that if I did one character from that franchise, people would want more characters. And there's not many franchises I can think of where it's like, okay, I like multiple characters that much. Oh, hey, silly person. Hello, hello. So it's never going to be a no. I just don't know when or if. Fighting Cow, there has been official boat transformers. There's Sea Spray is probably the most famous example, but there's also Revenge of the Fallen Death Charge, Thunderblast and Short Round from Cybertron. I'm sure there's been other Tidal Wave, massive boat, massive boat. But yeah. Oh, a Transformers crossover with XCOM would be good. Crazy Minnesotan, I will send you a picture of whatever I spend those $10 on. You have my word. You guys are getting that. No one in particular says they tried with Beast Wars. I get it. It's hard to get into Beast Wars, because a thing no one tells you, Season 1 of Beast Wars is actually pretty rough. Not just animation-wise, but writing-wise. It starts to really pick up around the time AirRaiser shows up. So about halfway through the show. Halfway through the season. But a lot of those early episodes of Beast Wars, they're real bad. There's the episode where Rhinox farts on everybody. That's like episode 7. There's an episode called Dark Voyage. And I remember as a kid, I was like, what is that episode going to be? That's such a sick name. Oh, it's literally just Dinobot, Rhinox, and Rat Trap can't see. Rebel Warrior, I don't think that's controversial. I think Beast Machines needs a lot more love. And yeah, Enemy, I wish that Tarantulas from Earthspark got any toys. Strunk Bedoink wants a life-size animated Prowl. Valentine Matilda just says, what were you eyeing about? Harold, I would never sell my 2007 Cliff Jumper. I'm not going to donate. I'm not selling any of my childhood toys. And I'm not selling any of the toys that I got from my friend. Other than that, everything's more or less on the table. But yeah. Gigan? The many toys of Gigan. I mean, Gigan's not had an insane amount And I do like Gigan. The only issue, again, it's because there's another YouTuber toy guy who I respect so much. I'm worried that I'd step on the toes of Monster Island buddies. Which is a dumb thought, but it is something that actually does happen, is I get so worried that someone's going to see that I made something and think like, oh, I'm trying to rip someone off. And unfortunately, sometimes you just have similar ideas at the same time. Like, I remember the many toys of Sunstreaker came out very close to Transformers The Basics Sunstreaker. And I remember... No, it wasn't Sunstreaker, it was Metroplex. It came out the same week as Transformers The Basic Metroplex. And I remember a lot of people like saying like, hey, are you guys like ripping each other off? It's like, no, we just both landed on Metroplex at the same week, I guess. The other one I always remember is TF Fanpage 101, who I've only recently come in contact with, and I'll say they are a very well-spoken person. They've been very nice to me every time we've interacted. They did a video that was going through all the toys of Movie Brawl. And it came out like a week and a half before the Many Toys of Brawl. And when I announced the Many Toys of Brawl, and I think the Many Toys of Starscream, I said, we're going to do Many Toys of Brawl next week. I saw people who were like, hey, Ron, someone stole your idea. Someone's doing a Brawl video, like, right now. And of course, like, I went and watched Stroik Bedoing's thing. Not Stroik Bedoing, TF Fanpage's thing. And it's completely different. Like, our editing styles are different, our narration is different, the things we focus on is different. It's just the same format. Not even the same format, it's the same basic broad idea. But then it was very awkward, because it's like, okay, well, people are saying that TF Fanpage ripped me off. And then people are going from TF Fanpage's thing and looking at my Many Toys of Brawl, and they're like, oh, it's kind of suspicious that you did Brawl right after TF Fanpage did a Brawl video. And it's like, well, yeah, but I was working on the Brawl video for a long while. It's just, it happened to play out this way. But that's the thing, is like, I'm not a big creator. I'm still a very small creator on YouTube. And I'm thankful that, like, you guys always support my stuff so much. But it is weird how already there's been a lot of times where people are like, has Ron ripped people off, or have people ripped Ron off? And almost always it's just like, oh, it's a very basic thing. Like, there's no rip-off. It's just, it's a similar genre. To me, it would be like saying that, well, you know, the Searchers ripped off Paint Your Wagons. Because those are both Westerns that came out the same year, right? And it's like, no, not really. It's not a rip-off, that's just the same genre. You know, they're both cowboy movies. Or people who would say, like, well, you know, Fantastic Four ripped off Superman. No, those are just two superhero movies that came out the same year. So that's the thing, is I'm very resistant to do an episode like The Many Toys of Gigan, or The Many Toys of Spider-Man. Any Marvel character, it's almost going to be a flat no. And the reason why it's a no on a Marvel character is because I actually do think it would be too much like Glenn Webb and the action figure history videos that he used to do. And I love Glenn Webb. He was one of my biggest inspirations. And he passed away, oh my god, about 10 years ago now. And I would never want to make any type of video that would be taking from his style. So, Marvel characters, probably not. Other characters, maybe. It just depends. In terms of what I love, the only things that even come close to how much I like Transformers would be like DC. And even then, I don't like DC toys that much. So, yeah. That's all my rambling. I gotta catch up on you guys. Let's see here. No one in particular is saying save Skeletor for April Fool's Day. That'd be pretty funny. I actually know what I want to do for April Fool's Day. And I don't want to say what it is, but it's a crossover character. Quacky Wacky just wants every remold to Scourge. Short round. No one in particular. I tried to brew up a few Transformer submarines, the most successful and dangerous being DUP. DUP. Stroink has a